inviting our chief guest, Honorable Major General A.K. Mudholkar sir, Principal, the God.
लाइन अटक लेंगे.
Now we have Cadet Mudholkar, Cadet Sonu Kumar, Cadet Sanjay leading the remaining cadets.
Let us show our appreciation to the guests who are here to raise the spirits of our cadets in such a short span of time. It was not easy for pulling it off with the COVID norms and frequent interruptions. Yet, our instructors have put up a great show. Ladies and gentlemen, please appreciate them and show your support.
like to welcome you all for India's 73rd Republic Day celebration. Today, we are privileged to have with us a chief guest, Honorable Major General Sir, Mr. Mangesh, our Executive President and Acting Vice Chancellor, Honorable Professor Dr. Mangesh Sir, Dean, Management and Director ICT, Professor Dr. Sunita N. Karadnan, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ananta Chakradev Sir, our Registrar, Dr. Mangesh Sir, Chief Engineer, Sanjay Rane Sir.
I would also like to welcome all other dignitaries, deans, directors, principals, HODs, and faculty members from all the institutes on and off the days who have gathered here for the celebration of this cherished day of our great nation. This day is always celebrated in the campus with much ardor and excitement. As the pandemic's grip has eased out on us, fear, anxiety, and confinement have been vanishing as people all around the world are scrambling to get things normal. We here at the MIT ADT University are proud to say that our unwavering dedication towards our nation has enabled us to participate in India's Republic Day celebration with equal enthusiasm. Though the absence of our students is sorely missed today, on behalf of Manat and MIT ADT University, we still stand today to fight the global pandemic with an unflinching determination and celebrate with all the zeal and enthusiasm.
I now request Cadet Vineet Devang to come up on the dais with his welcome address for this occasion.
A very good morning to all the honorable dignitaries, faculty members, parents, and all my dear cadets present here. I feel privileged to welcome you all on the occasion of the Republic Day. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. These are the opening lines of the Indian Constitution. Republic Day is celebrated to remember the historic moment when our nation became an independent republic country. In 1950, when most of the nation in our region of the world lacked the vision of public rights, India became a republic. After independence, India did not have its own constitution and was instead governed by the laws implemented by the British. However, after many deliberations and amendments, a committee headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar submitted a draft of the Indian Constitution, which was adopted on 26 November 1949, and it officially came into effect on 26 January 1950. Today, we all are here to celebrate the 73rd Republic Day. That is, 73 years of our Constitution securing justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, and integrity of all the citizens of the nation. Even during these tough times, the country has managed to excel in various fields, be it the medical field or sports. India has achieved greater heights. India's vaccination program against COVID-19 has been one of the most successful and largest in the whole world. In the vaccination drive, so far, the country has achieved several milestones, which have no precedent in the world, including administering over 150 crore doses in less than 9 months and administering over 2.51 crore doses in a single day. This is some achievement by our frontline workers. In the field of sports, our athletes have carved out a niche for themselves at the international level with some superb performances in the recently held Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics 2020. Both in the Olympics and Paralympics, India won the highest ever medal tally in the competition. Subedar Neeraj Chopra became India's second individual Olympic champion after Abhinav Bindra with his gold medal in men's javelin throw. Sumit Until created history by smashing the world record and winning the gold medal in men's Paralympic javelin throw. Even this year, we still continue to face the invisible enemy with the rest of the world. But now we have the armor of vaccination, thanks to the efforts of the researchers in the medical field. We must appreciate the efforts put in by the hospitals and doctors who have worked round the clock to save lives and get people vaccinated. We cannot help but feel even more proud as our very own hospital, Vishwaraj Hospital, has been working tirelessly to ensure they undo the malicious impact of COVID 19. At this juncture, we must also acknowledge our sailors who stay away from their loved ones. It is especially a matter of great pride for us that officers in Merchant Navy have worked relentlessly and beyond the call of duty to ensure that trade, the lifeline of very existence of human beings, is carried on as usual. Let us all appreciate the sincerity and sacrifices of these brave hearts today. Despite all, many corona warriors have lived their lives to protect the vulnerable. Hence, we need to be more vigilant, mask up, get vaccinated, and stay safe. Once again, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Vineet. For this celebration, we have with us Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, as our chief guest, and I would call upon Days Cadet Harsan Singh to introduce our chief guest.
Good morning. We feel privileged today to have with us Honorable Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, as our chief guest. Sir has indeed made India proud, and his gallant services are astounding to say the least. Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, is a notable alumni of the Sainik School, Satara. Sir was awarded with Vishish Seva Medal for his distinguished service as a Major General of the Indian Army. Training at the National Defense Academy and the Indian Military Academy was just the beginning of his awe-inspiring services to the nation. He was adjudged as the best sportsman in the National Defense Academy and the Indian Military Academy. In his 37 years of progressive adept in the Indian Army, Sir has done it all from being a proficient in strategic planning, operational logistics, to combat leadership and people and management of people dynamics. Sir has brought India glory when he completed his MS in strategic studies from Army War College in USA. Sir has also represented the Indian Army by presenting a paper in the Pacific Army Seminar at Singapore. Sir has been awarded with an MPhil degree in Defense Management from Army War College in Mau, a feat not many can take pride in. Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, is a specialist in undertaking and executing aggressive strategies while leading high-performance teams. He also served as the Chief of Army Staff Commendation. He has a far-reaching understanding of strategic concepts and actualizing goals in a time-bound manner. It's truly an honor, sir, to have you with us today. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsant. I now request Professor Dr. Mangesh sir, to felicitate the chief guests of the function, Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, Sanjay Rane, sir, and Iftikhar Pathan, sir. Okay.
Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir. Chief Engineer Sanjay Rane, sir.
Iftikhar Pathan, sir, CEO, Meta Social. is the most awaited part of the function. Music has never had any replacement ever. What could be better than a soulful performance for us here?
For the same we have Dr. Preetham, Dr. Sanket and Professor Jeevan with a song for us.
ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सहे, महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा, चाहे जान मेरी रहे न रहे। ऐ मेरी ज़मीं महबूब मेरी, मेरी नस नस में तेरा इश्क बहे, फीका न पड़े कभी रंग तेरा, जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे। तेरी मिट्टी तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरी नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। झूम के भंगड़ा पा न सका, आबाद रहे वो धाम मेरा, जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका। ओ वतना वे मेरे वतना वे, तेरा मेरा प्यार निराला था, कुर्बान हुआ तेरी असमत में, मैं कितना नसीबों वाला था। तेरी मिट्टी तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा गुल बन के, मैं खिल जावा इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू। तेरे नदियों में बह जावा, तेरे खेतों में लहरावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू।
Thank you, sir. Let's appreciate them for putting up such a good show. Next up, we have Professor Ashwin Kumar Mahindrikar, Senior Innovative Officer, Kriya, with his team with another song.
हर करम अपना करेंगे, हर करम अपना करेंगे, है वतन तेरे लिए, दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे, है वतन तेरे लिए। मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई हम रम हम शान है।
हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई हम वतन हम नाम है।
जो करे इनको जुदा मजहब नहीं इल्जाम है। हम जिएंगे और मरेंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए।
दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए। दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे ऐ वतन तेरे लिए।
ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, ऐ वतन तेरे लिए। सभी उपस्थित मान्यवर शिक्षकगण, शिक्षकेतरगण, विद्यार्थी मित्रों हो, आज दिन है अपने शूरवीरों को याद करने का। आज दिन है प्रण करने का। अपना खुद का काम ईमानदारी से करना, दिल लगा के करना, ये भी एक देशभक्ति का ही स्वरूप है। तो मैं आप सबको अनुरोध करता हूँ, जो भी काम करेंगे सच्चे दिल से करेंगे, ईमानदारी से करेंगे, ये प्रण हमें आज लेना है। तो मैं फिर से आपको अनुरोध करूँगा, मेरे साथ एक साथ आवाज़ दो। भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। धन्यवाद।
We think how we feel and we preach what we think. What better way to preach than to act it out? So here we have with us staff and students of the Vishwa Shanti Gurukul School with a street act.
अपने मतलब के वास्ते हमने आसमानों से कुछ नहीं मांगा है। हमने तो वतन की खैर मांगी है, कोई तप और ताज नहीं मांगा। सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हम बुलबुलें हैं इसकी, ये गुलसिता हमारा। A very warm good morning to respective dignitaries, revered guests, and one and all present here. Today, the students of My Vishwa Shanti Gurukul School will present a you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, students. Okay, students, today is 25th January. Do you know what it means?
No.
How does it matter? If today, tomorrow is the...
Tomorrow is the 26th January.
Wait, don't you know what special is on 26th January?
How does it matter?
We have a holiday tomorrow.
And that's enough for us.
January.
Why should we care?
We have a holiday tomorrow regardless.
Republic Day?
What is that? About Republic. And by the way, my birthday was yesterday.
Oh no. Come on, Chakradhar, let's go and find out about Republic Day.
Hey, look, what's happening over there? Let's watch.
After the long fought battle for independence has been won, Now we must decide what to do with this country. We need rules. We need a constitution. But a constitution cannot be made without people. And so let the people themselves decide the rules. Let us see their progress.
There should be a monarchy system of government. We should have kings and queens like Britain.
Are you mad? If India has monarchy, how will we be different from the Britishers? We would be placing all our trust in some idiot son of a king. We should go for communism. Everything should be owned by the government.
No way, I will never allow this.
In times of trouble, we need one man to look to. Only one man can stop this argument. A man long dead before this argument. We must bring him back, Mahatma Gandhi. But can we really bring him? At least the followers of Gandhi ji can come.
ये वॉर जोन है क्या?
नहीं, ये तो इंडियन पार्लियामेंट है।
चलो।
झगड़ा झगड़ी बंद करो, गांधी जी को याद करो।
Why are you fighting? Have you forgotten the thoughts of Gandhi ji so easily?
Sir, this idiot wants to have a communism system of government.
Sir, this idiot is no better. He wants to have a monarchy type of government. Communism? Monarchy? Why is that all the countries have these types of government? My friends, this is India. India has a richer history and background than any other country. We are unique, just like the very people that constitute India. Why not have a democracy? It's truly that we are unique. Mera Bharat Mahan.
Democracy? What is that?
Freedom of religion, friends. Freedom of religion. Freedom of to vote, freedom to phrase, freedom of thought. Democracy, my friends, democracy.
Yes, democracy. That is the best idea for our India.
And so, with the help of our leaders, we came up with a constitution, one that defines every one of us here now. ये नफरत बुरी है, ना पालो इसे, दिलों में खालिश है, निकालो इसे, ना इसका, ना उसका, ना तेरा, ना मेरा, ये वतन है हम सबका, बचा लो इसे। आप सबको गणतंत्र दिवस की शुभकामनाएं। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
मैं लड़ जाना है लहू में एक चिंगारी सिद्ध से जुनू तक है जाना हर कतरा बोल रहा मैं लड़ जाना है लहू में एक चिंगारी सिद्ध से जुनू तक है जाना हर कतरा बोल रहा
Vote forms the basic plinth for a democratic republic. Thereby, we, here at MIT ADT University, have initiated a voters awareness campaign. Now, I request our chief guest, Honorable Major General A.K. Mudholkar sir, and our guests of honor, along with Professor Dr. Mangesh sir, to inaugurate the same.
Thank you, sir. I would now request Dr. Atul Patil, sir, Director, School of Holistic Development, to come up on the dais with a pledge for all of us on this event.
Very much. May I now request all to rise in your seats and raise your right hand straight and repeat after me the pledge, every sentence or part of the sentence that I'm going to say. Here we go. We, the citizens of India, having abiding faith in democracy, hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and the dignity of free, fair and peaceful elections, and to vote in every election fearlessly and without being influenced by considerations of religion, race, caste, community, language, or any inducement. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Next up, we have an event of Digital Dawn in collaboration of MIT ADT University and Metasocial along with IEEE Education. We have Iftikhar Pathan sir with us for the same. Sir is the co-founder of Metasocial Solutions Private Limited. He is the founder of Audh Institute of Medical Sciences. I would now request sir to take over the dais.
Good morning, everybody, and a happy Republic Day to everyone. It is normally said that Tamasoma Jyotirgamay. That means, Lord, lead me from darkness to light. But as everyone knows, unfortunately, due to this rude interlude, the pandemic, education sector was plunged into the darkness. And none of us knew what to do. The major focus obviously was healthcare, but soon it became a crisis of education as well. And like they say, it's always better to light a candle than to crib about the darkness. I called the Karads, the people that one needs to go to as far as education is concerned. I spoke to Sunita ji, I spoke to Dr. Mangesh Karad ji, and we quickly said that yes, let's do our bit. We had other institutions like the India Global, which is the Indian diaspora in America, the Indians that want to support India, and Metasocial. Metasocial is the company that basically is a software platform, which is a global platform, helps the social purpose organizations to raise funding. I discussed this with Mangesh ji, I discussed this with Sunita ji, and we came up with this idea of digital daan. All of us know that traditionally all Indians, it might be any religion, there's been zakat, there'll be dharmadaya, all of us always have been giving a small percentage of what we earn to the poor, and each of us at home take care of our maids, our drivers, so on and so forth. So the culture has always been there before the word CSR came in. And hence the idea of Digital Dana was born. Digital Dana basically is not a one-off giving that we are doing, but this is a sustainable effort by all of us coming together, primarily India Global, Metasocial, and MIT ADT University. We are doing this pan-India. We've done this already in a few states. Like most of y'all are aware, just about 2 or 3 weeks back, MIT ADT and Digital Dana has tied up with the Madhya Pradesh government in the district of Chhindwara, where we are also working for the tribals. So that is a major step that we took. Last 26th January, we did a pilot in which we selected about 20 families, and we started, it was called Prarambh. And today it has grown. So I think today, Sunita ji, I think we are giving 250 families the benefit of getting tablets and laptops. This will be a, thank you so much. This will be a game changer, a life changer for them. There is also a sustainable effort to measure the impact that is being made. So the generous donation that came from MIT ADT for this is going to be measured, that the laptop is given to a certain child and then what happens. Bapu, the new thing that has evolved in the last 15-20 days is that we have decided to set up labs, so Digital Dana MIT labs, where some of the NGOs like Sadhana Bokhil's NGO or Ashok's NGOs have come ahead. They're setting up labs jointly with us, in which instead of giving one laptop to one person, we are getting a group of students from the squatter colonies and from the downtrodden places to come there and regularly partake of the education that will be offered there. So that is the new thing that we've added this year. So I'd like to, from the bottom of my heart, thank MIT ADT, also India Global, Nanne Farishte, and all my partners. I think Vishal Naik, Naresh Gaur, Captain Anil Dhankar, Abhijit, everyone is here. I think Naresh, you are here somewhere. Caroline, who's the Hope for Children Foundation. All the people who have passion and want to do something for the country have come together. And MIT ADT has been a rock of Gibraltar for us. You've stood very strongly. Mangesh ji, Sunita ji, you've stood behind us, and that's why this has been possible. Today we will distribute, the first laptops are being distributed right now in some time, and then the tablets will be distributed a little later at about 10 o'clock. So just a parting thought that the pandemic actually has, shaken us. So there has been a manthan, and all of us have sort of realized what the priority should be. And we keep thinking about the future, but it is incumbent upon us. Karma prapta hai ki we have to do something for people, and I appreciate that educational institutes and universities like MIT ADT are supporting this cause pan-India. They are also helping us reach the Indian diaspora. There are 18 million Indian diaspora living around the globe. We are reaching out to them to support us, and I'm sure this will be great. Special mention to the students of Sangeet Kala Academy and Adinath Mangeshkar ji, who have helped create the anthem for Digital Dana. That anthem, Bapu, has become extremely viral. The whole world is listening to it, and I am sure maybe we can play it for all of you as well. So let's do our bit, everybody, and thank you for giving us this opportunity, and I hope every year we keep growing Digital Dana and we are able to put our head to the pillow thinking that we've made a difference to this. Thank you so much for giving me a patient hearing.
Thank you, sir. I would now request our chief guest to hand out the laptops for us.
पायल मंडल।
घर और विद्यालय का अंतर मिटाए, डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए, शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप, लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप, देगा सहारा डिजिटल दाना, मंजिल आपकी।
मिस सोनाली जाधव, मिस सोनाली जाधव। घर और विद्यालय का अंतर मिटाए, डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए, शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप, लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे।
Roger Wilson Salve. Roger Wilson Salve.
और विद्यालय का अंतर मिटाए, डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए, शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप, लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप।
Priya Raju Gaikwad. On behalf of Priya Raju Gaikwad.
अंतर मिटाए डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए
अर्पिता माराने.
का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप
अर्पिता माराने.
मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा मेरा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य
कृपा प्रकाश कांबले. कृपा प्रकाश कांबले.
अंतर मिटाए डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप
अर्चित गणेश भालशंकर. अर्चित गणेश भालशंकर.
मेरा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा
तनुजा राजू कांबले.
डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए
तनुजा राजू कांबले.
और भारत का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप देगा सहारा डिजिटल गाना
अनुष्का जितेंद्र कदम. अनुष्का जितेंद्र कदम.
घर और विद्यालय का अंतर मिटाए डिजिटल दुनिया को हम
अथर्व.
अपना बनाए शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप
अथर्व नीलेश भालशंकर.
से करेंगे अनुरूप देगा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी
Next is Prerna Gupta.
देगा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा
Next is Buddha Bhushan Popat Nanavre.
अंतर मिटाए डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप
Next is Aditya Ajinath Koli.
डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा मेरा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा
Next is Prerna Gupta NGO.
अंतर मिटाए डिजिटल दुनिया को हम अपना बनाए शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे
The
अनुरूप
NGO name is Praya Pradishthan.
डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा मेरा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य हमारा
Next is Ashok Deshmane from NGO. We are giving 5 laptops to them.
डिजिटल दुनिया
The name of the NGO is Snehavan.
शिक्षा और भारत का होगा नया रूप लैपटॉप मोबाइल से करेंगे अनुरूप देगा सहारा डिजिटल गाना मंजिल आपकी कर्तव्य
Big round of applause for all of them.
Due to certain unavoidable circumstances, one of the students, Sadia Sheikh, who was to be awarded with the laptop, was not available earlier. I now request our chief guest to please hand over the laptop as we have her with us. Sadia Sheikh. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I thanks all the dignitaries and I request you to please be seated.
Thank you, sir. I would now request our Executive President, Professor Dr. Mangesh sir, to address the audience on the 73rd Republic Day celebration.
Hello. Good morning to one and all. Chief guest of the today's program, Major General Abhijit Mudholkar ji. Special guest for the today's program, mentor of our Man at College, Chief Engineer Shri Sanjay Rane ji. He is a well-known maritime professional. The another guest of honor from the Digital Dana, initiative, Shri Iftikhar Pathan ji. All our Pro-Vice Chancellors, Pro-Vice Chancellor Ananta Chakradev ji, all the deans of the MIT ADT University, directors of the university, all the staff members of the university, principal of the CBSE school at the Rajbagh campus, the principal of the Vishwashanti Gurukul IB school on the campus, and the heads of the all other institutions on the campus like junior college and all other initiatives. I'm really delighted to welcome one and all my dear cadets, my students, all other staff members of this campus. I'm really delighted to welcome all of you on this occasion of the 73rd Republic Day of our country. आज 26 जनवरी है, आज हमारा गणतंत्र दिन है, ये हमारा राष्ट्रीय अवसर है और इस अवसर पे मैं सर्वप्रथम आपको हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। आज हमें सब पता है कि आज हमारी जो राजधानी है दिल्ली में राजपथ पे पूरे देश से काफ़ी लोग वहाँ इकट्ठा हुए हैं और संचलन चल रहा है। हमारे राष्ट्रपति और प्राइम मिनिस्टर वो संचलन देख रहे हैं। भारत की जो विविध राज्यों से आए हुए हमारे शास्त्रज्ञ हैं, हमारे पुलिस दल के कर्मचारी हैं, हमारे शिक्षा क्षेत्र में काम करने वाले लोग हैं, जो कलाकार हैं, वो सब उनका प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। एक साल में जो उन्होंने जो जीत हासिल किए है, जो उन्होंने उपलब्धियां हासिल किए हैं, उनका प्रदर्शन वहाँ पे चल रहा है। ये सालों सालों की हमारी परंपरा है। 15 अगस्त और 26 जनवरी का ये दो राष्ट्रीय अवसर है, ये दो राष्ट्रीय समारोह है, बहुत मंगलमय ऐसे दिन होते हैं। ये वो अवसर है कि इस अवसर पे हम सब एक वो श्रृंखला में इकट्ठे किए जाते हैं और वो धागा है, भारतीयता का धागा है। We all are Indian. These celebrations remind us we have to act as an Indian and we have to work for our country, India. So this is a very wonderful, very memorable occasion for all of us, and I'm very proud to say that MIT में ये परंपरा अभी 25 साल से चल रही है, more than 25 साल मैं बोल सकता हूँ। हमारे जो फाउंडर है डॉक्टर विश्वनाथ कराट सर, वो पहले से उनका ये कहना है, वो मानते हैं कि शिक्षा क्षेत्र में, इंस्टीट्यूशन में खाली बुक नॉलेज देके ये आगे जाने वाले नागरिक नहीं बनते। राष्ट्रीय भावना, राष्ट्रीय कैरेक्टर उनमें आना चाहिए, उसके लिए MIT कटिबद्ध है। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के जो शब्द है कि मुझे कुछ ऐसे युवक दे दो कि जो those who will have the nerves of the iron and the muscles of the steel, ऐसे युवक करने की ये प्रयोगशाला है MIT, और गए 40 साल से इसी धारणा को, इसी भावना को लेके MIT ग्रुप ये काम कर रहा है। MIT का मैनेजमेंट है, MIT के सब हमारे अध्यापक, हमारे सब छात्रगण वो भावना को जीवित रख के मुझे लगता है कि 40 साल से कुछ काम कर रहे हैं, काम करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में थोड़ा सा एक जो नाम हासिल किया है वो उसी के कारण है, वो उसी के राष्ट्रीय भावना, देशभक्ति का जो जज्बा उनके दिल में है और उन्होंने वो आज तक जीवित रखा है। इसके कारण मुझे लगता है कि MIT का ये जो ध्वज है वो काफ़ी राष्ट्र के ध्वज को ऊंचा करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है। आज उसी अवसर का एक अगला पड़ाव है। आज के दिन तो मुझे खुशी है आप सब इकट्ठा हुए। आज के दिन जैसे हमारे छात्रों ने कहा कि आज के दिन हमें वो महानायकों को याद करने का दिन है कि जिन्होंने देश के लिए बलिदान दिया। हमेशा हम 15 अगस्त और 26 जनवरी का दिन इंग्लिश द फ्रीडम फ्रॉम द इंग्लिश रूल, इसके कारण इसको सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। बट ठीक है, हमारा बड़ा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि हमारा राष्ट्र रिपब्लिक राष्ट्र हो गया। पहले हमारे यहाँ जो राजेशाही थी, मोनार्की थी, तो उसको समाप्त करके 1930 में ये प्रण लिया गया कि हम रिपब्लिक राष्ट्र, हम गणतंत्र बने और गणराज्य बने। और उसके कारण 1930 में महात्मा गांधी जी और तब के जो सब नेता थे, उन्होंने जो प्रण लिया, उसका परिणाम हमें 1947 में हमें स्वतंत्रता मिली और 1947 से 1950 में हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनी। यह आज का वो संविधान है, जो संविधान मुझे लगता है जिन्होंने ये संविधान लिखा है, तब उस वक्त के जो महानुभाव थे, जो विद्वान थे, वो सब वो संविधान लिखने में उन्होंने 2.5 साल में काफ़ी योगदान दिया और डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर जी के नेतृत्व में ये संविधान लिखा। और उस संविधान में हर जो भारतीय नागरिक है, वो फार्मर हो, वो सोल्जर हो, वो टीचर हो, साइंटिस्ट हो, वो हर एक वो कामगार हो, उसकी भावनाएं, उसकी जो आशा है, उसका जो सपना है, वो पूरा करने का काम ये संविधान करेगा। इस भावना से उन्होंने हमारे जो पूर्वज है, जो हमारे नेता है, उन्होंने इसको लिखा और राष्ट्र को समर्पित किया। उस संविधान का उसका आज सेलिब्रेशन करने का दिन है। उसको याद करके आगे हमें उस संविधान के ऊपर और आगे हमारे जो आज के युवक है, हमारे जो आज की जनरेशन है, उनका क्या सपना है, वो पूरा करने के लिए हम क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, उसका आज यहाँ पे हमें उसके ऊपर सोच के आगे का प्लान बनाने का, उसके लिए हमें रीडेडिकेट करने का आज का दिन है। इसलिए बहुत बड़ा अवसर है, ये बड़ा ही अवसर है। मुझे गर्व है कि 2 दिन पहले ही हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्रीयुत नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने ये जो स्वतंत्रता की जो मुहिम चली थी, ये जो मूवमेंट चली थी, उसमें जिन्होंने बलिदान दिया था, आज उनका नाम तो लेना ही पड़ेगा। लाल बहादुर शास्त्री है, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री, पंडित नेहरू, महात्मा गांधी, मेरा थोड़ा क्रम ये हो गया, महात्मा गांधी जी है, सुभाष चंद्र बोस नहीं, महात्मा गांधी जी ने अहिंसा के मार्ग से एक थिंक प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से ये मूवमेंट चलाई। बट सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी है, गदर मूवमेंट है, जो क्रांतिकारी थे, उन्होंने भी एक मूवमेंट यहाँ भारत में खड़ी करके उसका परिणाम ये हो गया कि ब्रिटिश लोगों को, इंग्लिश रूल को, दे हैव टू लिव इंडिया। उनको सबको याद करने का दिन है। सुभाष चंद्र जी बोस जी का, नेताजी का आज वहाँ इंडिया गेट पे उनका स्टैचू लगाया जा रहा है। ये बहुत बड़ी गर्व की बात है। उनका भी काफ़ी बड़ा बलिदान है। आज के हमारे चीफ गेस्ट मेजर जनरल मुधोलकर जी जान सकते हैं कि सैनिक, भारतीय सैनिक जो भी लड़वैया होता है, वो आपका अपना लाइफ है वो हथेली पे लेके लड़ता है। आज भी कितने कुर्बान होते हैं, उनका सबका प्रतिनिधित्व मुझे लगता है नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस करते हैं। इसलिए वो सही रूप से हमारे सैनिकों के लिए जो हमारी श्रद्धांजलि है, उसके रूप में मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। आपको भी अच्छा लगा होगा कि हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सुभाष चंद्र जी बोस जी का वहाँ पे स्टैचू लगाने का जो प्रण किया है, उसके लिए हमें खुशी है। आज के दिन में सभी लोगों ने काफ़ी हमें पता है कि इतने राष्ट्रीय अभियान हमारा गवर्नमेंट चला रहा है। पूर्व सब प्राइम मिनिस्टरों ने भी बहुत राष्ट्रीय अभियान चलाए, नागरिकों ने भी उसमें सहभाग दिया, बलिदान दिया, कंट्रीब्यूशन किया। और आज का हमारा भारत इस दशा में, इस स्टेज में आया है। आज के दिन में हम सब युवक ऐसे चाहते हैं कि हमारा भारत एक मॉडर्न भारत बने, एक जागतिक लीडर बने, हर क्षेत्र में जागतिक लीडर बने। और उस दिशा में मुझे लगता है आज का गवर्नमेंट बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहा है। इतने राष्ट्रीय अभियान चल रहे हैं, स्मार्ट सिटी का अभियान है, क्लीन इंडिया का अभियान है, आत्मनिर्भरता का अभियान है, कितने अभियान है मुझे भी अभी पता नहीं है। ये स्टार्टअप का अभियान है, और मुझे खुशी है कि 2 साल में भारत के जो भी भारतीय है, जो अमेरिका में बसे हैं, पूरे वर्ल्ड में बसे हैं, ऐसे सब लोगों ने भारत का नाम बहुत बड़े ऊंचाई पे लिया है। यूनिकॉर्न 65 यूनिकॉर्न बने हैं कि जिन्होंने कंपनी स्थापित की है, और एक एक कंपनी का जो वैल्यूएशन है, मूल्य है, वो 7,500 करोड़ से ज़्यादा है। ऐसे एक साल में 65 यूनिकॉर्न भारतीय लोगों ने बनाए हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। मुझे लगता है हमारे पास बहुत बड़ी क्षमता है। हमें वो अवसर, हमें वो प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए था, और आज का भारत वो प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहा है। हमें सब जो युवक है, MIT ADT यूनिवर्सिटी के युवक हो या बाकी सभी विश्वविद्यालयों के युवक हो, उनके लिए ये काफ़ी अच्छी बात है कि पूरा देश उस मोमेंट में लगा है। फ्रॉम दी आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर टू द पीपल हु आर वर्किंग एट गूगल, और लाइक सत्या नडेला और सुंदर पिचाई, दे आर trying to help our country to move in the right direction. तो मुझे लगता है कि जैसे हमारे एक अभी के पहले के अध्यापक ने बोला कि हमें एक प्रण करना है कि जो भी राष्ट्रीय अभियान आपको अच्छा लगता है, उस राष्ट्रीय अभियान में हम दिल लगा के देशभक्ति के लिए इस महान भारत का जो भारत की जो परंपरा है उसे उज्जवल करने के लिए, उसको जीवित रखने के लिए हम बलिदान करेंगे। आज ये और भी एक बहुत बड़ी गर्व की बात है कि हमारे यहाँ पे जो बगल में सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंडिया है, उन्होंने कोविशील्ड बना के पूरे वर्ल्ड को इतने वैक्सीन दिए, ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। ऐसे काफ़ी उपलब्धि है, पूरे नाम लेंगे तो मुझे लगता है एक बड़ी लिस्ट हो जाएगी। तो उन सभी का आज अभिनंदन करने का दिन है। उनके उपलब्धि के कारण हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, और आज के दिन भारत देश ऐसे जो लोग भारत के इस जो महान परंपरा है उसको उज्जवल करने के लिए जो कार्यरत करते हैं, ऐसे 125 या 127 लोगों को पद्म भूषण, पद्मश्री एंड पद्म विभूषण से आज सम्मानित भारत सरकार ने किया है। उनको भी मैं MIT ADT यूनिवर्सिटी की तरफ से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, और हम भी उनसे प्रेरित होके ऐसा कुछ कार्य करें कि देश के इस इतिहास में हमारा नाम लिखा जाए। ऐसी भावना करके मैं मेरे 2 शब्द यहाँ पे समाप्त करता हूँ। उसके पहले मैं हमारे इफ्तिकार पठान जी का भी बहुत आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। उन्होंने ये डिजिटल दाना यानी सीड, उन्होंने एक ये जो इनिशिएटिव लिया है, आज काफ़ी जो गरीब हमारे छात्र हैं स्कूल में पढ़ने वाले, उनके लिए आज जो डिवीज़न हुई है कि जिसके पास पैसा है वो सीख पा रहे हैं। आज के ये डिजिटल युग में उनके लिए ये लैबोरेटरी वो बना रहे हैं, उनके लिए लैपटॉप डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कर रहे हैं। MIT ADT यूनिवर्सिटी ने भी छोटा सा सहभाग लेके कुछ लैपटॉप और टैबलेट आज देने का यहाँ पे संकल्प किया था पिछले साल। 1 साल लगा, आज दे रहे हैं इफ्तिकार जी। तो आपको भी बहुत हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। आपके जो सब सहकारी गण है, NGOs, उनको भी शुभकामनाएं आपके इस मिशन के लिए। और मुझे लगता है अभी हमें हमारे चीफ गेस्ट मेजर जनरल अभिजीत मुदोलकर साहब को सुनना है। थैंक यू वंस अगेन टू वन एंड ऑल। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring thoughts and words. I request our chief guest, Major General A.K. Mudholkar, sir, to share his words of wisdom with us. I request, sir, to proceed towards the dais.
Good morning, gentlemen, ladies, brothers, sisters. A very happy Republic Day to one and all. I am indeed very happy to be at this institute today. and I feel privileged to be here. It takes me back 40 years back to the 3 academies rolled into one by coming to MIT today. It is as if coming to National Defense Academy, the Naval Academy, and the Film and Television Institute of India. Why? NDA is a bedrock of discipline for the cadets there. So being with the cadets was really, the chest was filled with pride. Seeing you doing the march past, seeing you do the drill, the patriotic songs that were sung reminded of the greatest talent that one could have here. The skit which was given by the students was so inspiring. And lastly, the words spoken by our cadets who spoke beforehand and the distinguished dignitaries, Karad Spur, Pathan sir, who spoke the pearls and gave us pearls of wisdom. Very little for me to really say or add on to this at this place. So not sparing too many thoughts or words, I would like to just tell you 2 very small stories. We all heard about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He gave the words, "Tum mujhe khoon do, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा." The ultimate sacrifice that one can give is your blood or your life. And that is what he said. Just dwell upon his story. He passed the most difficult examinations at that time, which is even today, is that of clearing the Indian Civil Services exam, the present day IAS. He could have had a very cushy life, a very comfortable life by serving under the Britishers. But no, he just kicked that job and joined the freedom struggle. There was one school of thought that wanted our independence through non-violence. He was a little different. He wanted it by an armed struggle. And therefore, he parted ways with the independence movement at that time. Under the eyes of the British, he escaped from Kolkata to Peshawar. Imagine at that time what Bhagat Singh had done. He had moved from Amritsar to Kolkata to fight against the Britishers. So he sneaked his way under the eyes of the British and under their intelligence agencies and through the treacherous people that we had in our country. From Peshawar, he moved by road, most difficult terrains of Afghanistan, reaching Russia. From Russia, he went to Germany, all by land. And imagine traveling at that time in a disguise. He tried to convince Hitler, who was enemy number 1 of the Britishers at that time. But since Germany was too far off from India, he was advised to go to the Japanese. And that is the time, 1942, Japan entered the Second World War. He colluded with the Japanese, and imagine setting up an Indian National Army on the soils of Singapore in a third country. What an arduous task. What is a difficult task? He set up Indian National Army on the soils of Singapore. And from that place, he equipped them, he recruited people from amongst the prisoners of war of the Britishers captured by the Japanese, and came on the doorsteps of India and fought the battles of Kohima and Imphal. It was rather unfortunate that they could not succeed at that time, but he is an icon that needs to be worshipped by all of us. And rightfully so, we are honoring him by having his statue at the place where the statue of King George V stood at one time. So that's a great achievement. We really remember that icon. The second small story I would like to tell you about one officer named Second Lieutenant Arun Khetrapal. You Google his name. He was the winner of the coveted Paramveer Chakra, the highest military honor that an officer or that a person can get. He was a young, dashing man like one of you cadets, just 20 years old, and he was commissioned into the army on the eve of war with Pakistan in 1971. He was a tankman. What's a tank? Tank is crew of 4 people. The driver, the gunner, the operator, and the commander. And you have to be really adept at doing all the 4 duties to become a good tank commander. So he was commissioned from Indian Military Academy, and there you don't get much of training about tank. So like you have a degree course of 4 years, can you do it in a space of 6 months? Difficult. Not impossible. So when he was being sent on a young officer's course, he told his commanding officer, "Sir, this is one lifetime opportunity that I am going to have by being at war with my regiment. I don't want to go on this young officer course, and I will do all the 4, learning all the trades of tank driving, tank gunnery, operator, and commander, all in a space of 2 months. And when the ultimate test came to battle, he destroyed 10 to 12 enemy tanks all by himself. And sadly, he had to sacrifice his life for the sake of our motherland. So today, let's take a pledge like what I saw today morning. In every action of yours was written in bold capital letters, excellence. So let us try and excel in whatever we do. Let us try and be a good human being. Respect to all teachers who are so distinguished. Be a good citizen, not only of our country, but a global citizen. Let's take care of our environment. And let us do something for our country by being a good human being. So this is my message for you all. If we can imbibe certain things from this, I think it will be a great achievement. Once again, thank you for calling me over and being with you all. I really enjoyed my morning today, and I feel younger. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experiences with us. We also thank you for your services to the nation. I'm happy to announce we are starting a new chapter in the MIT ADT University. we have been awarded for 50 cadets under the 36th Maharashtra Battalion for the NCC, which will be superheaded by Major Suman under the guidance of Professor Dr. Mangesh sir.
I'd now like to invite Cadet Shaunabi Difte to propose the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. The best and the most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by heart. Thank you is one such prayer amongst them. I consider it a great privilege to propose the vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed a memorable and a successful event despite the tough times. Today, my words are not enough to express the gratitude on behalf of MIT ADT University. I would like to thank our chief guest, Honorable General A.K. Mudholkar sir, guests of honor Sanjay, Rane sir, and Iftikhar Patan sir, who have graced us with their presence. A heartfelt thanks goes to Professor Dr. Mangesh sir, our dignitaries on and off the dais, principals, head of departments of various institutes, and the faculty members of the MIT ADT University who always stood by us and guided us. We are delighted by your presence on this occasion. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very dedicated organizing committee from MANET, which includes our principal Subodh Devgavkar sir, faculty members, students and cooperative staff members. A special thanks goes to our very own parade instructor Thorat sir and band instructor Sher Bahadur Thapa sir, who worked tirelessly with the cadets to present us with this spectacular display of the Guard of Honor. We are also thankful to have with us parents and staff of MIT ADT University. No event is successful enough until we have an encouraging audience. Today we were blessed to have such an amazing crowd with us who cheered us all the way through the event. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. Jai Hind.
सर्व हेड्सला एक छोटीशी सूचना आहे. त्यांनी आपापल्या डिपार्टमेंटचे जे प्यून्स आणि ऑफिस बॉयज आहेत त्यांना राज ऑडिटोरियममध्ये एक छोटासा कार्यक्रम आपण ठेवलेला आहे, तर तिथे प्रस्तुत राहण्याची आपल्या प्यून्सला सूचना द्यावी, एक छोटीशी विनंती. थँक्यू.
Thank you, sir.
And on this note, we'd like to conclude today's event with a departure salute by MANET cadets.